Pursuant to negotiations today, this is amended to a 2-point speeding violation, and the case is closed.
Thank you very much.
I saw I ordered it the last week, but I don't know why I wasn't doing it.
I'll put it,
Hold it. Recall. All right, I'm asked to recall a case from the in-custody calendar. Jonathan Porter, 22CR 049567. Is your true name Jonathan Jamal Porter?
Yes.
Mr. Porter, the state has filed a criminal complaint charging you with attempt murder with use of deadly weapon, discharging firearm at or into occupied structure or vehicle. These are 2 felony offenses. Did you receive a copy of that criminal complaint this morning?
Yes.
I see the counsel here, our next different counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Christina Votel, getting with Amos, Lisa Rasmussen on behalf of Jonathan Porter. We've had the opportunity to meet with our client, Your Honor, this morning.
Counsel, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and take over. We met with Mr. Porter. He lives in Los Angeles. We asked that reasonable bail be set. Obviously allegations in this case are of the nature that bail would be set in the ordinary course, so we ask that that happen. We'd also agreed to a no contact with the victim note in this case. It is a contagious trait.
Well, let me hear the state's position on custody status, and then I'll hear further representations from defense counsel.
And Your Honor, the state will be requesting bail in the amount of $75,000. According to the NPR, the defendant is a moderate risk to reoffend. It looks like he does not really have ties to the community. He lives in California. He also has a bench warrant issued out of Good Springs in case 20M-CG006161. He also does have a prior misdemeanor conviction. The instant offense, instant charges here are violent in nature. The defendant, during the course of an argument, pulls out a gun and shoots at a vehicle that is actually driving away. So based upon the nature of the charges in this case, the defendant's lack of ties to this community and his bench warrant that was issued out of Good Springs, I'm going to be requesting bail in the amount of $75,000.
All right, thank you. I do see that he's also in custody on a 2020 Good Springs no registration bench warrant pending bench warrant return. I'll next different counsel.
So, Your Honor, obviously that's a traffic ticket and it's a registration offense, so that we can deal with through the Good Springs court. I mean, obviously he's entitled to bail on that, right? And I don't necessarily think that the $75,000 bail is inappropriate. I think $50,000 would also be appropriate. He does live in Los Angeles. He's willing to agree that he would only come to Las Vegas for the purposes of resolving this court hearing in this case. So if the court wants to set that condition, that is fine. But otherwise, I submit to the court. I think $50,000 is equally appropriate.
Okay, thank you. I have to take into consideration a number of factors here. There does appear to be an indication of employment that was mentioned in the request for an arrest warrant. He was arrested on an outstanding warrant on a much less serious case. He's likely to be released at the age of 25. He appears to have a minimal history, if any. Looks like an arrest in 2016 and a misdemeanor conviction. It looks like he's got a number of people supporting him in the courtroom today, including, I've been told, a fiance and some friends and some business associates.
Yes, that's perfect.
Thank you. I am going to set bail in this case based on the nature of the charges. The allegations are quite serious and could have been much worse. $50,000 is a reasonable amount of bail. Bail will be set in the amount of $50,000 cash or surety. It's likely that Mr. Porter is going to make that bail amount. Upon his release, he is ordered to comply with standard conditions of release. He's ordered to stay away from and have no contact with Contavious Traylor, the alleged victim of this case. Obviously, that shouldn't be a problem. Mr. Porter, you're advised, and you will be advised in writing, that if you violate that order through any means, including third parties or any other means, that would likely revoke your release, or there could be other penalties. You must stay out of trouble. That's a condition of anyone's release. Of course, stay in contact with your attorneys, and of course, make the necessary court appearances that they advise you to make. If you fail to comply, a warrant for your arrest could issue. You would face extradition back to the state of Nevada from California or wherever else you may be found. Do you understand everything, Mr. Porter?
Yes.
All right,